Good morning and welcome to day 21 of the video messages to Donald Trump. This morning, this one's going to go out to Marco Rubio down there in Florida, along with the rest of the candidates that's running for president of the United States. And most of all, you, Barack Obama. You're the one responsible for all this shit right now. And you, Fox 13 of Tampa, Florida. I can't even believe you took part in one of the largest scams going on in the nonprofit animal business right now. You all posted on your website yesterday that Big Cat Rescue and Carol Baskin must raise $100,000 to take care of one 15-year-old tiger. Let me inform you on something. I have more tigers than anybody in the United States that's open to the public right now, to the tune of 187 to be exact. And let me explain a little bit of a food bill to you. You're helping Big Cat Rescue scam the general public for $100,000 to help take care and feed a 15-year-old tiger that was basically stolen from a gentleman out of Ohio, thanks to all you crooked bastards that pushed this law through for the state of Ohio simply for this fact, and that is to fraudulently raise hundreds of thousands of dollars on taking other people's animals. Properly feed and take care of a tiger, according to the United States Department of Agriculture, costs you about 25 cents a pound. 12 pounds a day, 6 days a week. So you can fast them 1 day a week. So that basically breaks it down to $18 a week. Times 52 weeks a year, you're looking at $396 a year. Now this tiger's 15 years old and it ain't gonna live more than 5 more years. So you can basically feed that tiger for less than $5,000 for the rest of his life. And why are we raising $100,000 for a 15-year-old tiger? Because it's all scams, lies, and bullshit. And you, Fox 13, took part in this big-ass scam to take $100,000 away from the general public when you can properly feed this tiger for less than $5,000 for the rest of his life. Now, you want to know why laws are being pushed across the United States to make it illegal to have exotic animals such as this, except for in sanctuaries accredited by the Global Federation of Animal Sanctuaries and Big Cat Rescue? There's you a $95,000 answer. It is exactly that, to profit, put in a bank, pad your pocket off of others' animals, and taking their rights away. Why? So they can make tens of thousands of dollars off of taking your animals. So Marco Rubio, this is a challenge for you, Mr. Senator of the state of Florida. If this isn't considered fraud, I don't know what the hell is. Something needs to be done about these 501c3 organizations raising such money as $100,000 to take care of a 15-year-old animal that you can properly care for the rest of his life for under $5,000. So Governor Kasich out of Ohio, y'all are running for the president of the United States, and you see exactly the scams, the corruption, and the fraud that you all have created, and you think for 1 minute we want y'all to run for president of the United States of America and continue these scams that are going on? It's time to put a stop to it. Make an example. This $100,000 to take care of a 15-year-old tiger is the most absurd thing I've ever heard. The animal world wants this put to a stop, and put to a stop today. I'm Joe Exotic Donald Trump, and this is the exact bullshit that I've been talking about for the last 21 days. And here you have it on Fox 13 News, raising $100,000. Okay, so for the last 21 days, I've been asking you political corrupt wannabes 6 questions that the animal world would like to know the answers to. And I'm going to ask you them one more time. Here they are. Here in America, we have a war in the animal world and the animal rights people in order to take our rights away. And 62.8 million people here in America own pets, and we'd like to know your comments and your concerns about a few issues. Question number 1. How do you feel about 501c3 organizations here in America that are scamming the public for hundreds of millions of dollars to take care of animals, and none of it goes to the animals? 90% of it goes to lobbyists to pass laws to further their agenda. 2, it seems like terrorist is the #1 topic anytime you turn the news on anymore. Are you aware that our own government, the United States Department of Agriculture, declared PETA a #1 domestic terrorist in the United States? on November the 30th, 2009, and they're still a nonprofit tax organization here in America? How can you be a terrorist and get a tax break from your own country right here in America? 3, we'd like to know your opinion on how you feel on online bullying, not only of children, but adults, in the name of free speech, in order to bash somebody and ruin their reputation and their good name, only to make money for yourself and get away with it under the Declaration of Free Speech. 4, we'd like to know, how come us Americans that own our own property, own our own houses, and pay taxes on them do not have the right to have our own pets that we choose to have on our property or in our homes? Number 5, do you not think that we Americans have the right to assume the risk of our profession, no different than a cop, a firefighter, an oil rig worker, or anyone else that has the assumption of the risk of their professions? It is our right. And please, if you become president, give us back our right. And number 6, one of the most important, and this kind of touched on your speech at the Oklahoma State Fair about things being made in other countries and taxing them when they come into America. Do you not believe that it should be a right that any product made from the rainforest or an animal's habitat somewhere in the world should be taxed in order to be sold in America, and that tax money go back to helping rebuild the habitat and the rainforest so some of these animals don't become extinct in the futures to come? I'm Joe Exotic, and along with 62.8 million other people, we'd like to know if you have any answers for any of this. And you wouldn't believe the support you would get. But this war on American citizens and their animals has got to come to a stop. Ladies and gentlemen, today's video message is probably one of the most important ones there is. It proves everything down to the death of Terry Thompson, to the Global Federation of Animal Sanctuaries and Carol Baskin, to push laws such as the ones that they did in Ohio, to take the animals away from you, the American public. When they took Daniel Chambers' animals away, along with Michael Stapleton and Kenny Hedricks, and they moved some of these animals to Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida, proves, especially with them trying to raise $100,000 to feed one 15-year-old tiger who is not going to live more than 5 or 8 more years. So that's frauding the general public for $95,000 per animal. And today, they handed us the best proof we could ever have to prove fraud with a nonprofit organization in the name of raising money for animals. Now, you have to ask yourself, in the last 21 days, I have proved the corruption, the money transferring from organization to organization. Why in the hell would they need to raise money to take care of one tiger when they can hand over close to $50,000 to the Humane Society of the United States political fund, and then do another $25,000 a year to be a diamond sponsor of the Humane Society of the United States? And then some of that money going back to political campaigns such as Marco Rubio. Now, if you have that much money to give away, you damn sure don't need to be raising $100,000 to feed one very old tiger that's not going to be around for more than 5 or 8 more years. So I'm asking you to spread today's video message around to every news media and talk show that you can. And let's break this open and show them that the laws such as the one that was passed in Ohio is nothing but to profit and make money off of taking your animals and your rights away. Today proves it all, ladies and gentlemen, and we now have the best ammunition that we could have possibly asked for, handed to us on a silver plate. So Marco Rubio, you're the senator of Florida. I suggest that you open up a case and find out how come the general public, especially your citizens of Florida, are being frauded for $95,000 in the name of animal rights. But we now have the proof, and we have the messages. But it's up to you, the animal lovers of America, to spread this around and take our rights back. I'm Joe Exotic, and I'll see you tomorrow for another important video message, number 22.